presented by Attorney Chelsea Hahn. Mr. Rand, what was going on that you couldn't even wait a month before you went back to alcohol?
I just had a drink a couple of days before. I can't really say what exact day.
Okay, why?
I think I was just having a meal with a friend and pressure, not peer pressure, but I saw that she ordered one, so I ordered one as well. And I didn't think before I did so.
Am I not clear that you not to have any alcohol or illicit drugs during the course of your probation? That means every day of the course of your probation. It means all of the days of all of the months that you are on probation. You have 10 months and 12 days. So for the next 10 months and 12 days, you are not having alcohol. You're not having NyQuil. You're not having medicine with alcohol in it. You're not having rubbing alcohol on your body. Are we clear?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not drinking. If you want to drink, have a milkshake. I don't know, but we're not doing alcohol, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. We also spoke with her and she understands that, Your Honor. She's committed to making sure.
Does she? Because I said this the first time.
Your Honor, I think
and she casually has a drink with a friend because the friend was drinking. I'm gonna drink it. It's taking me back to old school. Your friend jumps off a bridge, you're gonna jump off a bridge too? Because your friend doesn't go to jail for drinking alcohol. You do. How old are you?
23.
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Hahn.
Your Honor, I think that the time in jail has kind of proven to Ms. Duran how serious this is and what the consequences are if she does not abstain from alcohol for the duration of her probation. I think she understands that Clayton County Jail is not a place that anybody wants to be simply for having a drink of alcohol. She truly is committed. I believe this is her support here.
Mm-hmm.
She has support here in the courtroom, Your Honor.
Who's there?
That's my brother.
That's her brother, Your Honor.
Bring her brother up. Hi, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
Is your sister just being 20 stupid, like 20-year-olds, and they just don't make good decisions? Or is there something going on that I need to know about, and maybe I need to order a different kind of treatment class or something?
She just made bad decisions. She's really a good person. She's been working on herself to get back to normal. We're the only brother and sister. She was closer like to my father. Our father disappeared. She was brain damaged with that. November of this past year, her boyfriend passed away. So there
it is. There's always a grief thing. I can almost see it sometimes because in her persona, it's I'm tired. I've given up. I'm going through something. I can see it. And so the reason I called you up, because this ain't just regular 20-something behavior. Like, that's reckless. But generally, if somebody tells you, hey, you're going to go to jail if you do this, then there's some thought that goes into it. But here, she's trying to numb something. So she's grieving, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, and I know that it's not the right thing when she goes, to if she drinks or whatever she looks for to come.
I got you. It's not, but at least I know what it's about. If I can understand what is driving people to do things, then I can make some adjustments. I don't want to just punish her and never get to why she's doing it. But if you tell me she's grieving, I get that. Thank you for that.
It's been hard. It's been hard for me because I kind of raised her. My dad wasn't really around. I'm 34 years old and I've been in her life since I was 10. Yeah. So I've always carried her on my shoulder. It hurts me. It hurts me to say this. I'd rather see her in here than see her out. But of course, I don't want her in here. The reason why I say that is because I don't want her getting hurt.
You want her safe?
I want her safe. That's all. I mean,
okay.
I went to jail a month ago because of this. I got my hands on her by pushing her in her room, taking her phone away. And then I ended up going to jail because if she she was drunk, she will go back. She just got her license taken away, but all I'm doing is to save her.
I got you.
I already understood what's right from wrong, and I just want her to be safe. That's all.
All right, that helps me. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Let me see, Miss. You can go have a seat for me. Let me see, Miss Duran, for a minute. Miss Duran, when I can figure out what's going on with people, it helps me a lot, and it might help me help you. I get it. You're grieving, and that's okay. I think that, like I said earlier, sometimes people think that if you lose a family member, your grief is worthy of, somebody saying something, like somebody taking care of you. But sometimes if you lose a boyfriend or if you lose a good friend, they kind of go, well, you're not family. So, okay, well, yeah, yeah. But I think that the grief is deep, and a lot of times people don't acknowledge it. Can you agree with me on that?
Yes.
I'm not trying to make you cry, but I see where sometimes when you're trying to deal with the grief and you're trying to deal with it without that whole support system that surrounds the people who are like actually related to the person, then sometimes you feel like you're on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Am I close?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But in this case, alcohol is not the clue. That's not what we need. Okay. Mr. Carmichael, are there any treatment or counseling services that deal with grief?
Not that I'm aware of, Your Honor, but I can easily ask my supervisor. I'm pretty sure we offer some, but I'll be able to look that up for you.
Yeah, let's see if we can find a program that deals with grief. Like maybe a group session somewhere, even if if it's through some organization that we don't normally deal with, if we can kind of get her involved in that. Also, I know some churches, and it doesn't have to be that you're going to the church, but some churches and community centers have grief counseling where they'll do like a group meeting where people kind of talk about what they've been through. Now, Ms. Duran, I'm not just talking at you like I don't understand what's going on. I actually do. I actually, long story, but been there. Okay, feel you. Went through it. Know how hard it is. Got me?
Yes,
ma'am. A lot of people, yeah, most people don't know, but I know. And what I'm saying to you is don't kind of like just disregard those things that are going to keep you safe. Don't be reckless with your life because you lost somebody. You've got to, at some point, I know you got to grieve, but at some point you got to start climbing up out of the grief and start doing things that bring you joy. And it is not disrespectful to the person who passed. Oh, great. Yes, ma'am. Grief Share. Mr. Carmichael, there's something called Grief Share. It's offered by some local churches. If we can get some information about that for Miss Carmichael, for Miss Duran the next time she comes in for a probation hearing. So now, Miss Duran, it's not disrespectful to the memory of the person for you to actually live. You got me? And you don't have to ruin your life to grieve for them so that it looks like that you're honoring their death. To honor somebody who's passed away, the best thing is to actually live and to live well. Okay, to find joy. And it takes a minute to get back to that point where you find joy, but it's okay to do that. It's not disrespectful. It doesn't mean you didn't love them. It doesn't mean that you didn't genuinely grieve them, but it's okay at some point to get back to that situation where you laugh, you have fun, you're finding joy. And it'll come back in moments. There'll be moments when it'll hit you again, but it's okay. All right?
Yes.
All right. So now this program, Grief Share, I guess it's sort of like AA meetings for grief, where you can sit with people who've also gone through and are suffering levels of grief that they need to talk about. It's not a bad thing to talk and kind of get it out of you. But I don't want to see you at 23 years old ruin your life. You got me?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't want to see you not have a good life, because you deserve that. And I don't want to see you, because you've been abandoned by two people. Your dad, I don't know what happened in that situation, and the person you love, that wasn't their fault. But they're gone, and you feel that loss. But it's okay to deal with it, and it's okay to eventually come back and find joy. All right? And I want that for you. You see, I'm not just beating up on you. I want to figure out what the problem is, because I don't want to just say, boom, 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 bad, bad, bad. Because people are motivated by things. And I figured it was something. I didn't figure you would just say, oh, Judge, I don't care what you're saying. Got me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So now what's the recommendation? Let's talk about that.
Yes, Your Honor. Probation recommends credit for time served, return back to probation, monthly screens every visit.
I like that recommendation. All right, so we'll do that. So, Miss Duran, you'll return to probation. You'll receive credit for time served, and you'll be screened monthly to make sure that we're not making these mistakes again. Are we? We're gonna do it the right way, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.